All right, let's move on to AD carry down on the bottom side of the map. I think a lot of candidates here. I'm gonna throw out.
I'm gonna be nice here and say light.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm throwing out Guma. I think Guma was the best player on T1 over the course of the year, majority of the year. So
really,
I'll put Guma in there.
I'm gonna throw out our Udi Bank Gold King. I think Aiming had a lot of responsibility for that team.
It's true.
Did a lot. He had a lot of responsibility, and
I didn't think he played that well in Worlds, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that, which was a bummer.
Special.
That was the bummer, but like in LCK,
In summer, he was really good.
Yeah.
Aiming is such a Zeri Ezreal Kaiser merchant. If that's in the game, bro, he's fucking in the Matrix,
Ezreal.
you know? Yeah, I said Ezreal Kaiser Zeri. Like, that's true, right?
Yeah.
I think that he
But
plays
his Ziggs was
super well.
surprisingly good. Nobody would expected him to be that good at Ziggs.
Definitely against LNG, like to got competitive there with the Ziggy there in the last fights, for sure.
We got Pays, Viper. I know you're not a big Pays guy, but he was really good during the regular season.
Pays is a janitor. Get out. No. And also, Pays got Gen G eliminated, and also Pays lost to Hanwha. So fuck Pays.
I mean, Elk has to be in the conversation. If
Elk,
we didn't
absolutely. Yeah, we did.
Viper, of course.
Yeah, we had him. I would say
I mean, Gala? Isn't Gala up there too? Surely.
I don't think Gala had that year,
man. I don't like his year, Gala. Yeah, fine Worlds, I would say, but
he was good in summer.
Very interesting year.
Yep. We can throw this out maybe because of his performance at Worlds and just because
Masu
rookie year winning the LCS. Yeah,
no,
Masu.
His spring was bad.
That was because Busio was bad, man.
Yeah, they were both bad. They would just lose games by having mistake. They would just have whoopsies in lane and just lose the game.
I felt like that was Busio doing that to him.
I give him the Busio pass too.
Yeah. I think this. Yeah. Anyways, just I don't know if he actually makes the top 5 here, but definitely a shout out for his glow up.
I mean, he was great
on the edge at Worlds.
Yeah, he was great at Worlds.
There's too many good ADs now to bring in Masu as like the whole year. I probably at Worlds. I when I look back at it, I put him 5th. I put him 5th.
He'll get the Faker award for AD carry of playing well at Worlds, but maybe not the rest of the year.
And to be fair, same thing with Jan. Like up until Worlds, like he was playing on the edge over at MSI. Like it was.
He was good at Worlds too, honestly. No, like he was playing at Worlds. For me, best player on TL by far. Not even close.
Yeah. Well, Impact, it wasn't even close. Oh, during Worlds?
Yeah. Oh, during Worlds. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I was like, wait a second.
During Worlds.
All right, let's
where do we start?
Let's parse through. Let's start with, I guess when we name these names, Dom said Guma for sure. I think the only other one that I can think of from the LCK that would be close would be Viper. I think Viper had a really great spring split. When I got to LCK, Viper was the player I was most excited to watch like closely, and he had a very slow summer split, very slow at the very beginning summer split, where I was like, damn, Aiming's the guy. If it's not Guma, Aiming's the guy right now, and Pays is also there. Like Viper was like 4th. So I think that kind of is the knock on him until he like peaked there at second half of the summer split. Yeah. What else are you guys thinking here?
I don't think it's any of the Korean ADs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because not at number one, because they all had kind of like ups and downs. Like Pays, you could look at for the regular season and say he was good, but he also played really badly in the summer finals and then again at Worlds. You have Viper.
I mean,
like
it just feels weird to give it to anyone from LPL too, because I don't think any like LPL AD carry, like I don't know, like Elk had pretty weird MSI. I would say like his MSI wasn't that great.
Jackie.
Also, Elk regular
Definitely
split was not like the greatest, I think, both in spring and summer. Like, but Billy like just got away with it. He kind of had like what Canyon's regular split was, but in AD. But then he played the finals against Weibo, and then he was just the GOAT. Again.
Yeah, his summer split was pretty bad. His spring split was good when they were playing perma towards him. He was like,
oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, the Kalista, the usual Shun business for sure. Yeah.
When Shun was just playing in his lane perma, they were just shitting on everyone. You know, like they looked like just the best team in the world at that period. So I don't know. I would say that I don't know. It's very hard to do AD because I don't think there was any AD that was like very good the entire year.
Yeah, Ruler was disappointing before people like mentioned that.
For me, top 3 would be a combination of Light, Viper, Gumayushi. That's like where I land. And then maybe like Elk also belongs in top 3. It's hard. I agree. It's a little good. Shit. I have a deep respect for Light, man. I think he was grinding out games, and it was funny. Like in the off-season news, there was a rumor. It's like Light wants to keep playing in Weibo, but he refuses to play with Crisp. That was the rumor.
You do have to look at the supports. Crisp is definitely dragging him down.
He's the wild stallion for sure, Crisp.
I mean, I did feel like Keria was dragging down Guma most of the year, to be honest.
That's true.
Like if you really look at it, it's like there was a lot of times where like Guma could play all the ADs, and it's like there was just a lot of lanes they couldn't play because Keria needs to play his specific champion. So
how do we do this, guys?
I know. I'm just thinking. I know. I'm thinking just again.
The more I think about it, I think that Elk ends up getting it, but like because of an average level of performance. Like it's because he didn't have like his bads are not as bad as like other people's bad times, and I think that he had a lot of like there was times where he was giga dominant, and he was consistent over the course of the year, for the most part.
Also, Guma, I think if T1 loses Worlds, a lot of the narrative shifts to what about Guma's champion pool issues. And that did plague them. Towards, in summer and towards even at Worlds, right? They figured out ways to kind of get by. But I think we can say T1, if he could play Kai'Sa and Ezreal, this tournament would have been easier for T1 than it ended up being.
I just don't know if he can he's obviously not great at Kai'Sa and Ezreal, but he's also played pretty much his entire career with Keria, and I wonder how much of that is because he is playing with somebody like Keria that he just doesn't put the time into like Ezreal and Kai'Sa, because with Kai'Sa you want to just be playing Kai'Sa Rel, Kai'Sa Nautilus, Kai'Sa Leona, and that's just not Keria. So
I mean, Nautilus is Keria's most played champ of all time. Used to get it permabanned against him.
He hasn't been good on it for like 2 years though. 2 years, pretty much.
Sure.
In the clutch games at the end of the season, I'm not sure if it was playoffs or qualification. I think it was a qualification match. His Ezreal was butts, Guma's. So I don't. Not that that's like that's.
I mean, it's unfortunate because the Kai'Sa in particular actually works very well with T1's play style, but they can't play it for whatever reason. Be great for their style. Be awesome for their style.
I've got Elk, Guma, Viper, Light, blank. Yeah.
I mean, there's some weird AD carries that you want to throw it. Like Jackie Love had such disappointing moments, but he also had like such high highs. Like he's somebody who's like in that conversation. I mean, Pays is probably in that conversation, even though I don't think any of us really like him. Like, I mean, after Worlds, it's like, I don't know. I feel like these were the situations where it's like he just needed to do his job, and they probably could win Worlds. Like if he could just do his job and just be clean up.
His job, by the way, is the easiest job of anybody on Gen G. His job is literally janitor, clean up team fights, and he couldn't do that.
And to add as well, like the demonic performance that was Chovy was off of the back of, once again, Lehens and Pays really not playing well in those series in spring. Like they had a solid MSI. Like Pays and Lehens were really, really fucking good at MSI.
That was great like in the MSI finals.
Like, that was like their best moment the whole year. But even like the Hanwha Life final series, it's like he just needed to hit with the fucking Canyon 3-man scanner ult, and he just ults into the Yone and dies. And there's just too many moments like that where it's hard to like be like, oh, he belongs there, because I think he's like the right AD to play, I think, when Genji is playing like their style, because you should do little. Because there were many moments where ADs that needed or want to do more were inting while wanting to do more, like a Jakilov or an Elk in the regular split. It's like when they play like their Misfortune or like Ziggs games, it just looks like they got completely fucking bored. And like they would like win games where they're like 0-3 just dying in the bot wave, you know. That happened very frequently. And it's like I think at least I like ADs more that put their foot down, you know, when it matters the most, you know. It's just in terms of impact and value, I think you really need to seal the deal on moments like that. But what other ADs are we missing?
I think I'll probably make a stand here for aiming here. Aiming had to play with 2 different AD carries. He's playing with a rookie jungler. 2 different supports. He's playing with a rookie jungler. And that team was built around him, and he gets it to Worlds. Like,
it's true. I mean, his summer was very good.
His top laner's kinging. Like, everyone knew what the game plan was against D+.
Bro. Everyone was hyping up Kingin.
He was
going into Worlds. Going into Worlds, I was like, okay, like maybe he's in form. No. Like
his summer regular, I think Kingen was good in summer regular. His playoffs and regionals was complete garbaggio. Yeah. Take it out. Like, put it in the gelbe Sack in Deutschland. They recycled the plastic and just make the world a better place level, you know? Like we were watching this Dom together. You remember his fucking Camille game? Like, how the fuck did he win that series? It's mind-blowing.
Horrible.
All right, let's close this one out. Elk, Guma, Viper, light aiming. Yeah? I think that's...
Done.
Sorry, Masu. Sorry, Noah. Sorry, get me out of here, Noah.